attractive at all. Remember, and let me play this thing. That's why I kept playing this thing for some time. This is President Mahama.
Accra, as the face of Ghana, must be clean, green, and dignified. MMDC shall be responsible for ensuring the success of the National Sanitation Day events in their districts, and the law requiring every household to keep their frontage and the drain in front of their houses clean will be strictly enforced, and persons who fail to comply will be sanctioned appropriately. As the face of Ghana, must be clean, green, and dignified. MMDC shall be responsible for ensuring the success of the National Sanitation Day events in their districts, and the law requiring every household to keep their frontage and the drain in front of their houses clean will be strictly enforced, and persons who fail to comply will be sanctioned appropriately. Greater Accra, as the face of Ghana.
And in fact, it's something that we discussed, and Nancy has talked about it constantly, how the mix Accra looks. Because President is saying Greater Accra must be clean, green, and dignified. That especially within the central, the places that people usually go through. If you leave the airport, where do you go through? Those places must at least look, clean, green, and dignified. And the presence of these groups did not give the place such a good look. They were positions our strategic traffic point, vantage points everywhere. You see them. They're standing there. And they started using those places as their homes. That they were not only standing there, they were eating there and dirtying the place. They were also, people even started washing, what they call it, their clothes. They started washing their clothes there and drying them on the terraces, among others. So it didn't look good. It wasn't a good look. To be very frank, the optics were terrible for us as a capital. So there was a need to deal with this. In fact, I was coming from somewhere. When I closed from work, I was like, it looks like these streets are missing something. Like there's somebody that's not on the streets. I was wondering what had happened. The streets looked empty. So I was like, then it occurred to me, they are not there. But question is, are we going to maintain this? Because I don't think they will stop easily like that. So exactly what happens to them? And we've spoken to the Immigration Service. They said in due time they will grant us an interview. But they said they are still gathering data on the persons that they've arrested. I've seen Nancy's very good friend, the man who used to be called George Tetewayo. Now it says Ghana Manti or something. George Tetewayo's name changes very fast. Ras says that, in fact, and I think he has a point that I usually agree with. They said the people who have been arrested are poor people. Yes, we understand. But we are all poor. We are all trying to get rid of our poverty through different means. But I think that in the interest of the space called Accra, no, this cannot be allowed. It cannot be allowed. It is not because of poverty we should allow everything. Then we should let go of what is his name? The man who was arrested, the loan robber.
I'm robber now.
The one they arrested. Yes.
Dawa.
We should let go of him because then he was also trying to deal with poverty. He was also trying to deal with his poverty, and I think that we must regulate everything in this space. Boache.
Senna, good morning.
Please, Isha. Okay, so let me be sure what you are here to talk about.
Okay, so there are two issues.
Okay.
One, the business, no.
Okay.
Then the other one to a Greater Accra lighting system.
Oh, okay.
In terms of street lights,
okay.
Not the other.
Okay, we thought you had heard something and I coming to respond.
Oh, no, but I don't know. I'm a bantam chasing. Yes, a BBC. I don't know. Normally, they be as I'm going to meet you.
No. I mean, like, any allegations were made against you that you like to come and.
Oh,
I don't quite don't even count.
I almost start here,
because there are people who are saying we are referring to you or something, but we haven't mentioned.
Oh, okay. So you are not here on Friday. when the man came, you and Ajare were not here. So the producer,
Which of them?
my producer, took a friend said one full for yes, and I will say why he stays vantage point.
So any of you could call him.
So whoever calls in, and one say Obama give the motor abayenko na go deliver kakra ma no. So stop mentioning my name. Don't attach my name to Fosia product again. No. Munro nyina ho Sabiga ho.
Okay. Okay, so this one.
Friend me. Man friend me. Na Pasuko.
Man friend.
SM. Me di Fosia bo now.
But the first one that you better, I didn't want to say.
So
this one benefit.
The first one, you were the one who asked. And when the man came, when the man came, SM reminded the man that, did you bring the thing? The man said, oh, don't worry. And the man came to give the thing to another person.
No, Sabiga says he won't use it.
Okay.
But because you guys were not here, and his house is a vantage point, you can just cross. There you come.
Okay.
Afriwa can just go.
Eric
can go.
Baby always come up.
So if you like, he will be at the junction waiting for you. When you come, then he will fetch yours for you. There you go. Somebody else will come.
And who agreed to this cock and bull story?
And so the thing is with Sawiga.
But
as for Boachi there, he has one full bottle.
Yeah.
It's in his house.
It's in the wardrobe for him.
And he has used it. He has used it and he has come to testify that it's in power room. Very good. But for him,
now, I didn't know you cried stood out to me say yes. Easy.
But for him, I don't have a problem with him. The one on his right is the one I have problems with.
Right, man.
Right, baby. What American?
But you have been ordering this thing for long. They keep giving to everybody but
Friday no me see as I go in the arms. I could contem na the was amentana. Now was amentana.
There be my cockra ni ye bi wo pepiase.
Okay.
Okay. Weekend nso na ho de ni share ni ho sai. Crackdown na de ni.
Okay. I took up pepiase.
Me go pepiase.
Weekend. Oh, I see.
But pepiase nkomo bebre ho. Kwesi Boachi ba bia mo ye yi no. Munye na mo eyi kakra ho. Because Saturday in Frama, peja tent in.
I see.
Yes, Ramunia.
Bounce a tent in I just say about Catasso, but another way, no more deal in a rent. Or more consider say, now you now, so being a tent in Bequa. So your economic use so on my say, any transatlantic.
Why they are the royals there.
Yeah, we are the owners.
That's why you reported the matter to you the way you did. I was like, why are you saying?
No, issues be at my address and call.
Okay.
It's sort of turn man will say, Omomuti Sukurano. I'm a guy.
Yeah.
So toy. Oh, seek a bit deal so to easily gone.
Sukura does not flat.
Could tobacco grants one for them. Could tobacco grants one for them.
But you know I live there.
So Omo banana in Sukura and to say yes. Omo the real estate in Ghana. No. A Timo more easily go almost more BBD. So better on up way. As your friends say, I drew him. Saturday. Then again, Saturday, me call rounds Accra. So I think I left a fee around 3:34 p.m.
Okay.
And I make a share furniture city area.
Okay.
The name Moana Beneo Ubrapani. And then the name Wabe Fow soon as I call ya. The idea is chrome. But yeah, Banami who be. So on our way from Spinters Road, for Polo Club Honum.
Okay.
And you be airport. And you be see airport on about Honum. Said that one crofo I achieve Nigerian see. I achieve no. I think say see a must city near city. Matisse will be say a comedy will be. A comedy war and side. Go and farm. Because me so far me share documentary be a what brochure and say obi gina kwan wa say sika. Say ya chi Nigeria for say Nigeria for nkwa. Ghanaians SSR there no. At least for the capital, the nation's capital there. we should stop them. Sena, from airport to airport runabout, 90 pages na ho SSR. And that is a gateway. Yeah, airport in the gateway, no. It is a waba. Now, some few minutes from the airport one facility, no. I better run about one, no. Ya better na ayarefo guo. Bebre SSR and crofo now air turn there. Boss, it doesn't help. And here number 1. Number 2, from airport runabout to Greater Accra Regional Minister Nitia. Yama Melinda Okulu, right? Akwile Okulu.
Linda Okulu.
Ni Pieroni. Kacha ma mene say, we appreciate Ajuma was start here all year. But there are certain vantage points be o hanom and so man niko honum. So from airport runabout to Opebia traffic light na say. Street light o nyina nya Ajuma. Menim say bia me free one your koso later there. I can't tell. But from airport event saying Opebia honum battered 7 no ne jadam. It between Opebia traffic light and the airport runabout one no. A hono traffic light in nyina nya Ajuma. And then number 1. Number 2, from police headquarters. Et di mo aba be pem Kwame Nkrumah circle ha. E also street light ho nyina nya Ajuma. Street light ho on Saturday. Enya Ajuma. So yeah, police headquarters. Na street light ho that stretch ne so abefa GBC. Aba event saying Paloma Hotel. Eba be fa Jerry office ho nya light nya Ajuma. Street light nya Ajuma. A matter of concern because whole room. Then Circle Dubai. Ofa Circle Dubai ne so a. Light ya wasu nyina be pim middle of state house. Is state housing?
Yeah.
Baby an ye ka honum sa.
Yes.
Bem say middle honum. Ba awudo make Accra no. And as outra Accra Digital Center Accra Bus State House building na. Ne middle honum no. E ho light ni nyina e fa ye fa ne say. Dubai na so nyina no. E ho light na so nya adwuma. E ho light ni nya adwuma. But so if you want
from around state housing or
Ekofa Dubai ne so.
Accra Digital Center.
Accra Digital Center for Dubai ne so. But what about so kind about new we no commission and the honey nyina no.
The light is
light ni adwuma. Light ni adwuma.
Oh, okay.
Eno ni adwuma.
I see.
Then anopa so na me nuanom report even say Kolebu Mochi Road. E hon so de no. Also man found
no, that's what that one is not new.
Eti you see so a hon here a major ayo lead to on that your biggest hospital kroma. See for instance you find say ambulance Edimricado yarefo bi ko na sa stretching so sumko a senani e kwa na because your facility one mo a amafo kra fi ye naming countries no e di bi ba ho ba beto one ba bagya. So if we want to beautify Accra, it do na do be say krunumu efe. Then 37 runabout one akobi share bola o ema ye fi one no na ya betu bola no na bola na kase. So we are begging the authorities and they say baby o to bola go 37 runabout one ufi Jubilee House o kwa aka mo approach first traffic light hono mutwa bus stop no watra bus stop na de ba the main runabout no usabe nkumsu wonom obi hye bola honom ma hu say two bola no but aka bola na se wonom Saturday o make sure say enipa enhye bola obiem. Then lastly Sophie Opebia now battery 7 runabout no on your right now branch di akoka ukudi no akobi ahedwa honom tonton niema honom. It is not nice. They are connected to the airport. It is not nice. Okada phone umujina hono mashi okada dwade motor asan nyina. It is not nice. Your baby hono mo a yebetima jetum ze hade ujina ye. But there are certain places in Greater Accra.
At least we should spare those places.
At least.
Yeah.
At least.
Especially the airport.
Yes.
When you are out of the
airport.
airport.
The eye of the country. Because obi fi airport ba, hono nyina no befa. Na meba na sabi obi jina ho esrade won ne ade e kire o we am an so right from the airport. I mean, young kwana ohia adokuru yan ogrobana. Enye Ghana nkwa no hia wo ha. So at least sankrofo no you kwa do mefase ya pam ni jefo na eno shouldn't pave way for Ghanaians. I'm afraid say ye nibi ye sode a ese ekọ sresre no ye nko gina ho no ngu o man ani mo ase. Eti Greater Accra Regional Minister ene ye Greater Accra Police Commander. These are observations over the weekend. Maybe na hu amemi ye den me hunu ye. As for flood issues no there, we should ask Evangeline Abrapa say $43 million na Akufo the man no na just for 1 year $43 million say on fantigatemo na say na or the year juma na successive years na kan yaba benya so mfaso eti so na start here to flooding situation asaba Greater Accra hanom no. I think we should go back to that discussion. Name is Abrapa. Say $43 million no. Zikano enwejuma no. Say no kind of parliament say odibi etu bolam you know. And odibi ti gatabo yehunu gata ko team no. And one na. Esisa bia kachira yankoje. Na yensan start fa nya adwuma no. Because what I saw and Greater Accra no. So I think say an ordering. Say see an be kono pa dia. We have a long way to go.
That doesn't really.
Yeah, we have a long way to go.
It's not befitting of Accra.
Yeah,
you expect better. Especially the places where these things have happened. Those are the new affluent places.
Yeah.
So these are places where when you move into, they say you are moving to rich neighborhoods. These are not the places that you expect this to be happening. So these are affluent neighborhoods where you expect the roads to be better. You expect the drainage system to be much more resilient to this. But if those are the places that are flooding, then imagine those of us who have been abandoned to our fate here. Look at our place nowadays. It's like as if nobody lives in this area.
Of course.
So imagine if those places are having difficulties, then what should we be saying? So there's a lot of work to be done, like you're saying.
Yeah, the volume of insua flooded those areas, you know. I think I mean I bought Omomohan whole mine lives and property will vanish.
Yes. So it rained longer there.
Yeah.
It rained for a longer period in those places.
Yeah.
Wow.
A touching hand but
it wasn't that long. Yeah.
Then a breeze side, no, but even grano timer, you catch him said Teshi Kranzuton, and they have granted Zutoy. So we started to Teshi side over be Saturday, Kranz and Radiano. And so some boom, it's in a Saturday, Sunday.
Wow. And from Saturday, economy, we should expect to say, you know, a bit top half.
Yeah.
And
perhaps one of the things we'll do is to also get a seasonal update from the Ghana Meteorological Agency and share with you so that you know what to expect this season.
Yeah, say Debiano, Omu Yoma Juma. Oh, yes, soon better, but then the flood in the bar.
Yeah. Oh, no, so that one they are not responsible for it. They will just tell you what will happen.
Because I remember during Okuvanda Post tenure as Accra mayor, I think Meti Bibi said we need $1 billion. I think between $500 million to $1 billion
to make Accra resilient.
To make Accra send a Okano so that Babia flood prone no. You make sure say you better get rid of Sani money. So we know. Say under the big push agenda President Mama Diabano infrastructure papa and you know say afen waba but niema kitwa bi as matter of urgency betimi aye na edi ho ha here no yenye and or can say be say the MMDCs no sanitation and ababa ye say or performance BBB and I like that
they will use to assess your performance.
Yes. Because sanitation dienya.
It's a serious issue.
Yes, sanitation dienya. Into the various districts, no municipalities, no metros, no. If you had obia sanitation sharing, it is up to the DC or MC to make sure say also be decentralizing them. Obetimati watchdogs within the communities. Omo mututu bola edigu evanizing gatemu during the rainy yen start thinking for. Then again, say a bit to me. You bet me provide beans for all households in Greater Accra. Bet me aboa. Let's look for BBB levy B. A bear juma. Yen for beans in C community bia. Near man crofon and every hour biano. About for fast no Mrs. Abolano.
I think that project was tried. Where they were positioning beans on all the major streets. I don't know what happened to
so
those.
I guess what the beans now kwakusi wako. What they are called. Time ben na be kwa community. Time ben be ma. What they say? Ebia hourly and na person call or 2 hours or 3 hours be so call fast so be the ball abeguma na. At least we should see ye national BB because no okaso wo ja obi apama no a. Yes. So I think any a levy be near Benfa near there to be so. Na yetimi e de no manage yen sanitation e Greater Accra. I think say the best. Oko pepiase hu ba we the ball go. Ball go ba bia. Pepiase nso to agata mo we say. Obi ankongo fa ball ankongo to ba bia. Etiye ho no ye ni problem. Voter region so me sure. Say uko vakwa na say uko sogakopa obo say man for the ball agu kwa na de won e no ye ni problem but the cities na population abro facilities na so no amancrofo misbehave no. I think we should find a way you manage the situation no so that enso to enso no nko na baby na enso entre baby but near me hu ye e o isle go yi pa ne crofo no pa de and ya choose to go over easily gone. Yeah, ufri ho ba. So ko no ba ha na na ora ho. So we the ka ko fa ho na ho buildings no. Na o ba the same Greater Accra na as we bakra bi ase. But since so to the zone near there here and omo mti wono masa wo dada.
No, but serious. Watch is very, very serious.
Yeah, but watch you say
because there are millions of property involved here
that
has been damaged. People have to recover livelihoods, and people have to find a way of recovering their homes. Cost them a lot of money to do that, and they don't know whether this will happen again. Okay, so if you are there, your house has not been flooded before. All of a sudden, for the first time, your house gets flooded. Now you have to be so I'm not living in flats. So what happens anytime it starts to rain? You start to worry.
Yeah,
it creates a certain level of depression for the average human. So we need to deal with it. It's something that we need to deal with. If there are areas that have emerged that have now joined the flood, the flood areas, let's understand what has happened. Why? And let's see if there's a way to urgently address it. Today, no. Because we are in a rainy season. No?
And then
so you can't give it, I'll do it tomorrow. What if the same rain falls today too?
But I think says our plan now me can or coast time now they were talking about between 500 million to $1 billion facility say between media $1 billion and so Ghana.
Yeah, because I think one of the things
and only between me ayama ye Greater Accra. I think we should find money and do it.
I think there was a project that was it Resilient Cities and he had committed himself to, I think he joined a group of cities.
Yes.
He joined Accra to a group of cities that were supposed to benefit from some funding, some peer review, some assessments to do specific things to make the city resilient. But now look at significantly what has happened since Okova Napoy left the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. The Accra Metropolitan Assembly is now a smaller place now, smaller than what Okova Napoy had. Now, our place is no longer at the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. Ablekuma West, Dansuma West,
and Central Society.
So every small assemblies that do not have the capacity to do anything. You see,
I think Accra Metro no cover Odododio, Ablekuma South, and Clote Kole.
Is Ablekuma South part of it?
Yes.
Okay.
Ablekuma South, Odododio, and Clote Kole. I think they're Kita 3 we saying.
Okay.
Yeah, but those is near the whole Greater Accra.
Okay.
The whole at the Okuvanda Point 10 one.
So Clote Kole is still part of Accra Metro.
Accra Metro.
You sure?
A far over circle, circle
yes, they are part of Clote Kole. Adabraka. Yes. Okay. Merci. Anyway, thank you. Thank you for watching.
So now we say now watch who pictures and videos from Kumasi. Kumasi also.
Yeah, I hear Kumasi also as well.
And also another. But we say you got a sahura omoye no. Ebi wo ho a esisa. And I got a sniff this one also no. Yenya timamufo a yenye wo Accra ha no. Yasan eye ni fi ye de ball gum amana ye ma. Enti so to ketua bi agata ketua no ball umbibia umanwa umbibia enti atopa na eyiri. Na buba nkrofo fie. Na yenya nkasa se boapayo se dientio obi enim se ha pa ne nsu to a efa eko na wakwa kosi dan e de esi ho enti nsuo ne to a se na opese nsuo no efa hineko ebe yiri o enti yen suman ni bi na ama ade na basa no se yan se suman pa de a empanifo be ye de on be bia but still nsuo to abe konkrofo dem nsuo to abe se nkrofo japade
I see.
se suman.
Let me remind you that you get a 20% discount from Furniture City anytime you buy furniture from them. 20%, up to 20% discount. Anytime you buy furniture from them. What do you need? Do you need office furniture,